What's going on, guys? Captain Richard Hajecki, and we're back with another video on how to catch more salmon. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time, and the fish we caught today basically said, you know what, it's time to do this, man. So a couple years ago, we boated our biggest salmon on this boat. It was 34.7 pounds, ate a meat rig on a diver. Today we boated, our fish today was probably in that 26, 27 pounds, which was our biggest for the season so far. That fish ate a meat rig on a diver. Meat rigs are popular. Meat rigs catch big fish, and it's really the rage on Lake Ontario and the Great Lakes. So you're running meat rigs for big salmon. A lot of different brands of meat out there, but what we caught those two big fish on was not a herring strip, was not something that was once swimming around in Lake Ontario, or I'm sorry, it was swimming around in the ocean, whether it's herring, alewife, whatever the case may be. Both of those big fish and a lot of the big fish we catch on our charters are coming off of artificial herring strips. MC Rocket was one of the first companies I can remember being in the artificial herring strip game. That being one of my favorite colors for years, was just basically a silver front with black dots and glow on the back. These two companies are two companies that I think most people know. You've got Soco Outdoors and you've got Deep Rig Tackle. Deep Rig Tackle is probably the closest thing to the old MC Rockets, and so this artificial herring strip took our 35 pounder a few years back, and it took our big fish today. Right after we caught that 35 pounder, we went down to Sodas and said we're just going to run artificial herring for the Sodas Pro-Am. It was a one-day shootout basically because of weather. We boxed 10 salmon. We lost 15 salmon that day. God is my witness. It was frustrating, but you know, we boxed a couple of salmon. We're hanging right in there in the top three with the rest of the field on fake cut bait. The nice thing about these things is they come in a variety of colors. So your cut bait's going to be the same color all the time. With these artificial herring strips, you've got various colors you can use. But here's the best part. These are tunable. You don't ever have to worry about breaking a bait head ever again trying to tune it, or worrying if how you tuned it when your meat strip first came out of the package is going to run the same a half hour later down there once it's been sitting in that warm water and the meat's getting loose. So you can tune this, you can set it and basically forget it. Once it's set and you like the roll, you can let it go. And that's the other thing about the roll. You can vary the roll with this. If you want a tighter roll or a wider roll, just by bending this, you can achieve whatever roll you want. I'll try to get a close-up, but you can see inside there is a metal strip, and they all have that metal strip, and that's what you're bending on here, is that metal strip, giving it a little bit of a tweak, and a little bit goes a long way with these things. You know, they catch big fish. They've been proven. We won the fall big boys at the Oak. Most of the rods were fishing this artificial cut bait a few years back, so you know, we are not afraid to put this in the water when we're fishing tournaments, and we always have this in the water when we're fishing charters. And it's just nice. You don't have to worry about getting that stink on your hands, and you know that when you put it down, you're going to continue to have the roll that you wanted when you first set it on the downrigger or the diver, wherever you're putting it out. You know you're going to achieve that roll until the fish hits it. That's where these things have a little bit of an issue, is when they do get hit. If you miss that fish, sometimes with cut bait you can let it soak and something else will come up and bite it if they don't take the meat out of the head. With these, once they get hit with the fish, they turn into a 90-degree angle, and they have to be brought in and reset. So probably the biggest downfall is right there, but there's so many more benefits to this. You can get multiple fish with this. These things will last 15, 20 fish, and they will just keep catching fish for you. Another little trick is do not leave this in bait heads. There are some bait heads that will react with this plastic and it'll basically melt your bait head. So when you're done with it, take it off, put it back in the package. I know Nick over at Soco puts a little something in the package to kind of keep it fresh, maybe adds a little scent. So put it back in the package and it'll stay good for you. But you know, keep a few packs of these on the boat because you know you may run out of meat, or you know, you just want to try something different, or maybe you just forget your meat at home. But if you have these on the boat, you can still go fishing, you can still be productive with your meat rigs. So give these a try. There's a bunch of shackle shops that are carrying them. I think we're trying to get these into to Fish USA, so hopefully I can put a link below where you can find them at Fish USA. But there's various tackle shops along the lake that are selling these artificial cut bait strips. So get a couple, put them in your boat, and I guarantee you they're going to catch fish for you, and big fish at that.